Hello and welcome to this BuyBotPro video. I hope you're doing well, and today I wanted to draw your attention to a particular part of the BuyBotPro panel which can really help you out, and this is the BSR and prices section of the analysis table. So this is basically a summarized way of understanding the BSR of this product and key elements of prices and price changes. So we can view this information for various amounts of time, so we can see what's going on with everything currently. We can assess this information for the past 30 days, 90 days, 180, or for all time since the item was first ever listed on Amazon. Okay, so first off, let's start with BSR. So basically, BSR, the top percentage, so it's currently at number 649 and it's in the top 1% of this item's category. We get the thumbs up, so it meets our BSR criteria that we have set. The BSR percentage predictor, so where there's sufficient data to analyze, the algorithm helps predict future BSR percentage ranking, so it will remain in the top 1%. And in terms of the BSR drops, there's been 42 in the last 30 days. Now, the BSR drops is how many times there's been a drop in the BSR, how many times this has changed. It's changed 42 times in the last 30 days. Now, another way that we can assess this exact same thing is by looking at the BSR line either on the main sales chart or over here on the main and subcategory BSR values chart. So it's basically the amount of times it has, as I say, dropped. And we can assess whether they were big or little drops, and if they were all in a short space of time or over a long period of time. So basically what we want to do is make sure that we're looking at the same time period as what we have over on the BSR and prices section. So if we look at the last 7 days to get an idea of the most recent ongoings, and then if we were looking at 30 days, then of course we'd look at 30 days here and so forth. And this is an easier way to gauge this kind of information, and we can understand in depth how exactly it's worked, what exactly has gone on. So that's another way that we can look at BSR drops. And if we were looking at it in the main sales chart and we wanted just to look at the BSR, we can toggle the rest of these off and just look at the green line. But ultimately, we have the main and subcategory BSR values chart right there. So it's completely up to you which way around you're going to do it. So let's now come up to the prices section of the BSR and prices chart. So it's going to tell me the BuyBox price and who holds it currently. So it's Amazon. And then it tells me the net BuyBox price changes. So how many times the BuyBox has changed over the last however often. So it's up +2 in the last 30 days. Now if we hover over this, we can see the exact amount of ups and downs that it has had. So what are we looking for here? What is what's good? What's good to see here? So ideally we want more ups and downs. If we see more downs on the item, then the price has dropped a lot more than it has gone up. So if it significantly outweighs the ups, then chances are if we join this listing, it's going to keep moving down and we might sell at a lower price than we'd want. If we see more ups, that's great because it just means that the price is going up. Therefore, the profit potential is unlocked and it's looking good for this listing. If it's fairly, 50-50, if it's split down the middle, then it's had just as many ups as it has done downs. And we just need to assess by looking at how the BuyBox price has changed over in the main sales chart. We use that to then assess how often this has happened, how frequently this has happened, whether it's been in short spaces of time or longer periods of time. And then it's just down to our own judgment based on what we can see from the rest of the analysis to decide, is this product basically going to work for us in terms of the price that it could potentially sell for. And that's something that we then need to take upon ourselves to then decide. And of course, the rest of BuyBotPro will help us greatly with making that decision. So then we can see the Amazon price of the product, so £12.50, obviously BuyBox. Then we can see the top FBA price and the top FBM price, and then we can also see the amount of FBA and FBM sellers on the listing. So basically when we add all of this up, we know how many sellers overall are on that listing. So it could say, you know, 10 FBA and I don't know, 12 FBM or something like that, whatever it is. So it gives us an understanding of the grander scheme of things, so to speak. Ultimately, it's a great way of assessing Ultimately, it's a great way of assessing key data quickly, and that's what BuyBotPro is all about, helping you get an in-depth analysis of an item and fast. So hopefully you love this little feature just as much as I do. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you soon.